We took over Man United as Ruben Amorim with the goal of qualifying for European football once again. But we started the season slow. But thanks to new signings Mateta, Cunha and Alvaro, we've managed to climb up in the standings. Things were looking good until it came to renewing Bruno Fernandes' contract. He had a secret conversation with Amorim, and now we are waiting to find out if he's going to stay or if he's going to leave. But for now, we've got a big UCL game. It's a chance for Cunha against one of his old teams, and there's big support from the fans for Bruno as they really want him to stay. However, the fans have been calling for Onana to be dropped. They demand a new goalkeeper be signed in January. Who do you guys think we should sign? And just before the half, Man United strike, and it's the new signings again. It's Alvaro, he passes it to Mateta, and it's a goal. We've got our first goal in the Champions League. And Cunha, he knows the defenders well, he's pressing them and he wins the ball and he makes it too. Is he going to celebrate? Of course he is. Could Man United actually be a serious team in Europe? Well, there is still time left, and Solov, he's gotten past Maguire and Yoro, and Onana's nowhere near it. But despite that, we do get our first UCL win. And so we're back to the Prem with some more confidence. And with a few changes being made, it's a start for Kobbie Mainoo, who will have more eyes on him after signing that new contract. And another young talent in Aiden Heaven gets the start. And he's shown that he can handle himself, but he has got a challenge. He'll be up against Anthony, who set the world alight at Betis, and now he's in South London. Is he going to score against his old club? And it's also Mateta against his old team. Will he score? Will he celebrate? I mean, we'll have to find out. And Kobbie's taking his chance. He's driving forward with the ball. He shrugs off the defender. He looks forward and plays the perfect ball into Cunha, who doesn't disappoint, and our good form continues. 1-0 Man United. But Palace have come out the half on fire, and it's Anthony who provides the assist to Schlopp, who has a good finish. Probably not much Onana could do about that one, but the fans are still unimpressed. And it's Kobbie weaving his way through the midfield. He threads in Mateta, and he finds the finish. I mean, you couldn't write a better story if you tried. The ex-Palace striker, he scores against his team, and oh boy does he celebrate. And that's the eventual winner. It's a good 2-1 win, and Kobbie has really taken his opportunity in the team. So much so that Joshua Zirkzee is nowhere to be seen. And look at this, Cunha wins Player of the Month again. What a signing he's turned out to be. And guys, if you're enjoying the career mode and you want to see more uploads more often, then be sure to hit that like button. But now we've got a game against Aston Villa, and it's a return of a beloved Man United player. He came from the academy, and as United fans, we only wanted the best for him. But for the first time, he returns to Old Trafford against Man United, and in Marcus Rashford fashion, he opens up the scoring, and Old Trafford are stunned. It's another mistake from Onana, and of all people, it just had to be Rashford that capitalised, and worst of all, he celebrated. But he's not the only academy graduate shining at the moment. Kobbie, he takes matters into his own hands, and it's Bruno with a beautifully disguised pass into Kobbie, and he absolutely buries it. It's 1-1 and it's all to play for. And Akate wins it back, and Kobbie goes. He beats one sliding tackle, he's carrying the ball further and further, and he's bringing out the step overs. He's gone past one player. Oh, and then he slapped it into the top corner. What have we just witnessed? That is surely a Puskas contender. And Marcus Rashford is quickly forgotten. Kobbie Mainoo's name rings throughout the stands. A star has been reborn, and with not long left, it actually looks like United are going to get the win. But hold on. Ramsey with the shot, and Onana's flapped at it. He's let the ball go straight through him, and that's the final straw. Boos ring out around Old Trafford. He's cost them 3 points, and Kobbie, he cannot believe it. And after the game, we've got some news breaking on the Zirkzee sale. Apparently Leipzig were interested, but United wanted 32.5 million and they declined that straight away, which has Zirkzee even more frustrated. It's another big day for Dorgu. He gets an opportunity in the Champions League against Lille. And can Kobbie continue his great form into the Champions League? Onana's been dropped. Will young Vitek impress? Well, he does. He makes a really good save there. And we've given away the free kick. LOSC, they end up scoring. And I'm not too sure what we were doing. There's questions around the keeper. He definitely should have done better. He got nowhere near the ball. And I think that confirms Man United really have a goalkeeper crisis. Let me know who you guys think we should sign. And because of that, we end up losing. So it's another defeat in the Champions League. And that actually puts us in 23rd place, which is, I guess, still a qualifying place. We'd go into the playoffs, but barely. Maybe it was a bit too soon for Champions League football. And by the way, guys, I hope you're enjoying the video. If you are and you want to see more episodes more often, then don't forget to subscribe because it really helps the channel. And now Cunha is returning to his home, to Molineux, against his old team yet again. And last time out against Atleti, he managed to score. But after not scoring in the last few games, will Cunha show up? And it's another chance for young keeper Vitek. With neither Zirkzee or Onana in the squad, it's looking more and more likely that they're going to be leaving in January. And we start strong. It's Bruno, it's into Cunha, and oh my word, what a screamer from Matthias Cunha. That is one way to reintroduce yourself to the Wolves fans. That's an absolutely unstoppable shot, and I mean, Sarr cannot believe it. But it's not long before Wolves hit back. And it's a mistake at the back from Maguire, and Wolves get the equaliser, and there's not much Vitek could do this time. One thing Amorim must be worried about though is the amount of goals we're conceding, and the defence is doing the young keeper no favours. And this time Guedes is through, but Vitek makes a superb save. And ooh, it's another great save from Vitek. Could we keep him as our number one? Well, it's getting late in the game, and Man United have thrown everything forward, but they lose the ball in a bad position, and Wolves are coming through on the counter-attack, and oh, it's gone Carlo Guedes again. He's ruined Cunha's return, and again, there's nothing really Vitek could do. Man United have one last chance. It's Garnacho with the cross, but Mateta can't convert, and that's going to do it. Wolves walk away with the 3 points, and Man United's away form is really going to need to improve. But now we're into the cup, and Amorim has completely rotated the squad, and he's gone with a very young defence. And it's another chance for Antony returning to Old Trafford. I guess the biggest news though is that Højlund starts up front. With ex-Palace man Mateta, he's not even in the squad, and he hasn't actually scored for a few games now. And it's also a start for big 6'9" Højlund, who gets another chance to prove himself. And Crystal Palace have a flying start. That's an absolute screamer from Eddie Nketiah. He's beaten young Højlund with ease. But to be honest, I'm not sure there's a lot of keepers that could do much about that. And the United youngsters, well, they've got a mountain to climb, because here comes Palace again. But this time, Højlund gets down to it. But it's all Palace at the moment. And here they are again, but Højlund makes another big save. If Ruben doesn't change things, United could be out of the cup. So Ruben decides to bring in some senior defenders. De Ligt and Mazraoui come on, and it definitely makes a difference. Ruben Fernandes, he's going down the wing, and he puts in a pinpoint cross to Rasmus Højlund, and for once he does not disappoint. And now it's Garnacho on the ball. He picks out Højlund, and oh, he could not miss that. He puts United in the lead, and with Højlund getting a brace, does this now give Amorim a selection headache? But it's not over. Antony gets the chance he was waiting for, but again, Højlund stops it. That was an important save. And with that, we are through to the next round, thanks to a Højlund brace. Is he going to see his minutes increase? Well, either way, it's another game where Zirkzee or Onana has not featured. And we've got some breaking news. It's been announced that Onana is officially surplus to requirements. And we've got a here we go. Zirkzee has agreed a deal to join Italian giants Juventus, and it's a much needed 26 million, because if you remember, our finances are not looking good. And now guys, we're back in the UCL. We're against Bayer Leverkusen, and we actually have an ex-goalkeeper on the bench. Maybe Kovar could be our new number one, or even Radetzky. We'll have to see. But it's Mateta who gets the start, despite Højlund showing good form in the cup. And it doesn't take Mateta long. He is back with a bang. A bit of competition from Højlund, and he's back with the goals. That's his second in the Champions League, and it's a much needed goal for United. And here, we've got some great build-up. All the attackers are getting a touch. And then Ahmad gets the ball. He coolly rolls it into Cunha. And there's no mistake there. United double their lead in quick succession. And they are really flying at the moment. But, as you know, defensively, they could be better. And we actually start the second half slowly. And we can't get near Bayer Leverkusen. And Alex Garcia just decides to slap it, and he scores an absolute worldie from out of nowhere, really. Bayer, they're back in the game. And that goal really opened up the game. After a good start, Bayer, a throw again, and they've now drawn level, and all the momentum is with them. And I can't believe what I'm seeing. They're on the break again, but this time Euro, he's clever. He makes a tactical foul. I'd say he's lucky not to get sent off there, but he definitely took one for the team. But it is a dangerous position with free kick specialist Grimaldo. But he takes the free kick and he actually can't beat the wall. So we're safe. And this time it's Roger Fernandes. He feeds through Mateta and he's been taken out. But what? It's not even a booking. The team cannot believe it. I know, Bruno of all people has given it away. Just when we thought his name was out of the headlines, he's going to be in the spotlight. Because Leverkusen have broken through and they get their third, and it's another loss for Ruben's Man United in the Champions League. Maybe it was too early. We're clearly not good enough to be in this competition. And that's a tough one to take for Bruno. It's actually put us 26th after 5 games, and it's looking more and more likely that we won't qualify. And our next Champions League game doesn't get any easier as it's against Ruben's former team Sporting. And if you look at the calendar, we've actually got a lot of tough fixtures coming up. Are we going to be able to get through them? We've got breaking news. It's time. Bruno is speaking at the press conference. It's the moment everyone's been waiting for. Bruno is announcing his decision. I have decided to stay. And the fans are happy. Bruno has signed a new 2-year deal and it's for 300,000 a week. However, there's something that the fans didn't know yet. Bruno and his agent, they had a 90 million release clause inserted. So for now, we hope that no one triggers it. But in theory, it could be triggered at any time. Will Bruno end up staying or will he go? And we've got a big game after Bruno signs his new deal. We're away to West Ham and you can tell the team are relieved. We're off to an electric start and it's an assist for Højlund. He puts Alvaro through and he manages to bury it on the second time of asking. This time it's Cunha who gives it to Højlund and he's amongst the goals again. Who would have thought? It finally looks like Højlund is fit to wear the number 9 shirt. And it's Cunha on the ball again and he shows some real quality with the lofted ball over the top. And honestly, it's amazing what confidence can do as Højlund takes it down calmly and he makes no mistake. United are free to the good. And this is good from Garnacho. He is selfless here. He waited for his talisman and should Højlund now claim the starting lineup, he's just managed to bag a hat-trick. And this time, goal scorer turns provider. Højlund through to Cunha. And this is going to be Amorim's biggest win yet. And Højlund leaves to a standing ovation. And on comes Mateta. But again, the defence has been weak. And Vitek will be upset with this one. He definitely wanted his clean sheet. And Amorim's not happy. Despite the goal conceded though, we've managed to come away with the big win. And that puts us in 7th place. It's not awful, but not quite Europa League football. And after internal discussions, a new goalkeeper has actually been identified and it's gotten the fans really excited. Not too sure how we've pulled this off, but Man United have managed to sign